LangChain, open source framework for developing generative AI applications powered by large language models. Hey, hi. Hello, everyone. I'm Naval Yemul. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Data Master. And welcome to the new playlist on Databricks with generative AI. In this video, we are going to talk about what is LangChain, a quick overview, a quick introduction, and then we are going to start using a LangChain in our Databricks workspace. So this is the documentation of the LangChain. So it's a framework for developing a application powered by the large language models. We will be focusing on only LangChain, but with the we have different tools, like we have a LangGraph, we have a LangSmith, and so on, but our focus would be on the LangChain. So without wasting much time, I'll just jump onto the Databricks and we'll start using LangChain in the Databricks. Let me tell you one more thing. So there are many other frameworks that can help you to build a generative AI application. The most popular one is the LangChain, but apart from that, you have a LLAMA index also that can help you to build the generative AI applications. Let us focus on the LangChain. So this is my Databricks workspace. Let me quickly tell you the compute I'm using here. I'm using the compute of 14.3 runtime version with an ML in it. It's not mandatory to keep it as a ML Databricks runtime version. You can keep a standard one also, but you can install all the libraries that are required. I am using an ML runtime version. The compute is up and compute is running, and I have created a new folder called LangChain, and now I'll be using a OpenAI's model, OpenAI's ChatGPT model or a GPT-4o model in our Databricks using a framework called LangChain. I assume that you are aware of how to create an OpenAI API secret key. So I have just created it. If you are not aware, please let me know. I'll just create a separate video on how to create an OpenAI API key. So it is simple. Just go to the OpenAI website and try to create an API key, and you need to pay some dollars for that. You can start with $5 or $10. You can just use it for your practice, for your hands-on. So I'm trying to access my OpenAI models like a GPT model, GPT-4o or GPT 3.5 model in the Databricks by using a framework called LangChain. So I've stored all my secrets in this notebook called secrets. I'm not going to open it now. I'll just get inside the LangChain Databricks notebook, and here I'm going to install all the required libraries. I'll give you the DBC file. You can also take the same. So I've just installed the LangChain community with a LangChain OpenAI. I'll be using a LangChain OpenAI now, and then I'll be using a Databricks with the LangChain. So once the installation is done, it will recommend me to restart the kernel by using this dbutils.library.restart python. So I've just mentioned it. So once the required libraries are set up, we'll proceed further. Now, if you remember, I shown you there is one notebook called secrets. So I have stored my Open API key in that secrets notebook. I'm just going to run it. I have used a variable called OpenAI API key as a variable, and I've stored that key in that variable. So I'm just calling it by using this %run. So I'll minimize this. I'll get some more room. I'll minimize this. I'll try to zoom in a little bit. Cool. Now I'm using an import OS. I'm just using an os.environment, calling that OpenAI key. I'll try to run this now. Oh, let me use %run. I have refreshed the kernel, so that means you have to run it from the start. Okay, cool. So now I have just called this secrets. A variable is set with an OpenAI API key, and I have just set it here with a name called OpenAI API key. Moving further, now I'm using a LangChain. So I'm trying to query, the OpenAI models like a GPT-4, GPT 3.5 from the Databricks. So for that, I'm using a class called ChatOpenAI. You can see ChatOpenAI. Very simple. From LangChain OpenAI, I'm going to import a class called chat OpenAI, and I'm setting up a variable called LLM. You can use any variable, and I'm saying chat OpenAI model GPT-4o. You can use there are many models of the OpenAI. You can use 3.5, you can use mini model. There are so many things. Okay, so I've used the model GPT-4o. So now whatever queries I'm running it will just hit the model called GPT-4o and it try to respond it. So now I'm just using a simple Python here, like an input, enter a question. So it will try asking the user to enter some question. And now I'm using a method called invoke. So I'm going to call this LLM. LLM is a variable in which we have defined a chat OpenAI class. Now I'm just calling this LLM with an invoke method, dot invoke. And yes, I'm passing the question here. So I'm just storing that in a variable called response. And now I'm printing that response. So in the response, you will get a JSON type of output, but I want only the content out of it. So I used a response.content just to get a content out of it. So actually I've tested it a few minutes back. Let me try to run this again. And cool, it should ask me a question. Right, enter a question. You can write any question. So it's simply like we are using a GPT, chat GPT, but in a Databricks notebook. It will hit the model and it will try to respond it. So you can write any question like what is or let me write capital of India, capital of India. And oh cool, you can see the capital of India is New Delhi. You can write any question, just try to run this again, and you can write what is PySpark. Okay, technical terms. You can start asking this and your answer or your response would be from the OpenAI GPT-4 model. Cool, can you see that? So PySpark is a Python library, Apache Spark, and so on. So you write any question. So this is very simple. Like I'm just showing you how we can start using a LangChain, how you can start using LangChain in simple. But as we progress further, we will be building a generative AI application. We'll be talking about the RAG implementations and so on. Now, okay, I can access the OpenAI by using a LangChain framework in the Databricks notebook. Now, if you are following my playlist, you will definitely know that there is a serving endpoints. So Databricks supports few models in their serving endpoints. So I'm just visiting the serving endpoints and you can see there are few models here. For example, Databricks supports open source models like Meta's LLAMA. Then you have DBRX, Databricks own model called DBRX. Then you have a Mistral model also. Yes, you can use these models in the AI playground that can give you the same feel of GPT, where you can start writing a prompt and it will try to respond it depending on that model. But if I want to build an application, I need a framework where I can start using it. So we are using a LangChain. Now let me take this serving endpoint and start using a class called ChatDatabricks. So for that, I'm using this documentation from the LangChain, official LangChain documentation with the Databricks. And you can see it's asking me to install the package called Databricks LangChain. I have already installed it. Now we are using a class called chat model. So here we are using ChatDatabricks. So with OpenAI, we use ChatOpenAI, but with Databricks, we are going to use ChatDatabricks. So from Databricks LangChain, we are going to import ChatDatabricks, and then we are just going to pass an endpoint. So you can use any endpoint. So let me try to use a couple of other endpoints like Databricks Meta LLAMA, Databricks DBRX, and so on. So I've just copied this chat model. I'll come back to my Databricks notebooks. Let me switch to this notebook, LangChain Databricks. Cool. So I hope this is very clear, like how we can access the model, OpenAI GPT model. And now, yeah, cool. Let me try to paste it here. That is from the Databricks LangChain. I'm going to import the ChatDatabricks and I'm going to just use a class called ChatDatabricks. Endpoint is Databricks LLAMA. You can use any model you wish to. Let me try to run this first. Yeah, it works. Now I'm using the same invoke method using this chat model now, and I'm getting a question from the user. Now you can ask any question. For example, what is Gen AI. Okay, Gen AI. Let me try to run this. And now you are getting a response from this endpoint. Okay, we are querying this endpoint now. And you see that you got your output. Gen AI is a term that refers to the type of artificial intelligence and so on. Okay, so now you can switch the different models. Let me go to the serving endpoints and let me take a DBRX. So DBRX is a model developed by the Databricks. It's an open source. Yeah, you can see DBRX model. You can just take this name, or you can click view details. Yeah, let us take this one now, like Databricks DBRX instruct. Copy this. Let me come back and paste this model name here. Okay, so I'll just copy paste this everything and I'll just paste it here. I'll take the endpoint name as the DBRX instruct. That's done. So let me just change the name, variable name, chat model with DBRX. Okay, DBRX. You can use your Mistral model, or you can use your own models also. So I'll just take this one now. I'll paste it here. I'll take a variable called chat model DBRX with the invoke method. Let me try to run this. What is Gen AI in Databricks? Something like that. Okay, let me try to run this. And whatever the response you are getting, it is coming from the DBRX model. So this is how we can start querying by using the LangChain. There are different methods how we can start querying different models. I have shown you by using a LangChain. In the next videos, I'll be showing it by using different methods like Databricks SDK, by using ML flow. Just stay tuned. You will get to know all the different methods how you can start querying a different LLM models in the Databricks. So a quick recap. So I've just started with a LangChain. So it's an open source framework that helps you to build a generative AI applications using any LLMs. So I've started using LangChain in the Databricks. So for that we need few libraries. So we installed them, and I have shown you how we can access the external models like LLM models like OpenAI's GPT. We need a API key. I have created an API key. You can just check the documentation in simple. It is very simple. In 1 or 2 steps, you can also create your own API key. And once you get an OpenAI API key, you can pass it here. And then I have used a class called ChatOpenAI to interact or to start querying the GPT models. And I used a method called invoke and got the response from that. And also used a class called ChatDatabricks and use the endpoints. You can use the Meta's LLAMA endpoint. Whatever the models you can see in the serving endpoints, you can use all that. But as a time of recording, Databricks supports Meta's LLAMA 2 models and the DBRX as well as the Mistral models. So this was about the very basic, or you can simply say getting started with the LangChain. Stay tuned. In coming videos, we'll get some advanced, like how we can start using LangChain for the prompt templates, chat prompt templates. We're going to talk about the chat history, and then we are going to talk about the embeddings, RAG implementation and all. Just stay tuned and subscribe to my channel, guys. Thank you very much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed this. Keep learning, keep upskilling. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye bye.